All right, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. We're going to have fun today. We're going to have a lot of fun. I got a lot of stuff to talk about with you. Uh, so let's do it on this lovely post-market wrap-up. Now, I would be willing to bet that a lot of you are focusing on this. Okay. I'm showing you how distractions work. This little tiny thing. I mean, it's small, right, compared to whatever else you can see here. But I bet a lot of you are focusing on that. I want to show you something and why I did that. All right, so let's back up. This market, the closing bell just went off. New record highs for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. No one of you that follow this blog are at all surprised. And we're not done. Stocks are going up. All right. Again, anyone who's telling you a crash is tomorrow, the next day, ignore them, turn them off. Shills. That's all they are. And again, stocks did close new record highs for the S&P and the NASDAQ, but I'm going to show you what you're not supposed to see. This is the bond market from the 6-month all the way out to the 30-year. What do you see? You see all that red? I know you can't make out those numbers. What does that mean? The entire yield curve yet again dropped and flattened out. So again, it's the classic distraction. Look here, don't look here. The mother. Hold on a moment. I want to get this exactly correct here. The mother of all bubbles exists in the debt market. People, never before in history have we seen this before. Nothing comes close to the bubble that we now have in the debt market. And it is about to get monumentally worse. We just found out again today, U.S. citizens have yet again hit a new record high with amount to their debt load, the amount of debt that they're carrying, personal debt, household debt, at new record highs with nowhere else to go but higher. American citizens are suffering. There is no doubt about it. And 1 in 5 of these people are borrowing from their credit cards just to make ends meet. But our economy is booming. Remember that. So let's talk about this booming economy real quick. We just got a GDP projection for first quarter this year. Looks like it's going to be about 1.2. Whatever happened to the 4, 5, and 6% that we were promised by the president? Hold that thought. How many of you recall the president bashing Barack Obama? I am the king of bashing Barack Obama. I bashed President Obama upside down, backwards, and sideways. Okay, so I'm not immune to bashing Obama. But then Citizen Trump was on a tweet storm. When GDP hit 1.9 under Obama, he said we have an economy in deep trouble. Now, his economy is not faring any better than that. Again, we're going to get, the projections are 1.2. But he will tell you that our economy is booming. He has no choice. That's the script. Period. Let me tell you something else about the president right now. There's a lot of talk, a lot of chatter about the budget. First of all, how can it be a budget if we're already pricing in spending more than 20% than what we're taking in? So explain to me how that's a budget. It's a budget because the fact that the Federal Reserve must be priced in. Again, they have to issue more product, more debt. That's how it's a budget, and you're not supposed to know that either. You can't know it. You have to think that we have a budget. That means we're keeping within our means. No, we can never keep within our means. We can't do it. If the president were to have a balanced budget, what would happen? Absolute economic collapse. Complete meltdown of the system. We can't do it. This is why we can never have a balanced budget. This is why debts and deficits must explode to the upside. Why every reason imaginable that you can think of and things you can't even believe must be conjured up to create reasons to borrow more cash into existence. Climate change is one. This coronavirus is another one. Whatever they got to do to continue to inflate and then inflate some more. So this should pretty much summarize for you why the president's calling this a budget. It's not a budget. It's a massive debt expansion, just like we've been getting. Again, it's not his fault. The president now and next term, which will still be him, must borrow more just to sustain where we are. We cannot even maintain the same amount of spending. It must grow exponentially. Otherwise, Mad Max. That's where we go. You're not allowed to know that either. Okay? A lot of things you're not allowed to know because they think you're stupid. Me, I know you're not stupid. But again, this is how they control people, how they get into their heads, manipulate their thoughts, dictate to them what they're supposed to do, when they're supposed to do it, and make very big decisions for them. For example, the presidential election. I'm going to beat this to death because I don't care. The election is over. President Trump won by a landslide. It's going to be a shocker when it's announced, but I'm telling you right here and right now, on November 3rd, it's going to be a shocker, a landslide win. Look, it's already been decided. The president has already been told he will win. So he can do anything, he can say anything with regard to this budget. It's not a budget. He's cutting things he said he wouldn't touch. He's expanding entitlement programs, which he said he wouldn't do. Another 750 something billion for nuclear weapons, which, we all need more of those, don't we? Yeah. Again, all the things he said, no, I won't do, he is doing. And all the things he said that, I'm going to do this. No, he's not doing it anymore. It doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't matter because he won. He won the election by a landslide. You'll get to know about it, if you don't want to believe me now, on November 3rd. Okay, let us move forward here. Okay, so new record highs for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. We're not over. The entire yield curve dropping, flattening out. We still have the inversion between the 1 and the 10. More effort, a lot more effort, must go into keeping rates suppressed. The president has already said Dow 30,000 is coming. It is coming. In fact, we're going to surpass Dow 30,000 in short order as the bond market continues to blow up. And as it blows up, the yield curve flattens out and drops. And again, I know you know this, but I'm just going to tell you one more time. Without the repo scam that is pinning down the very extreme short end of the yield curve, we would have the most inverted yield curve that has ever been seen. The reason why it cannot be allowed to be visualized, because if we had it, stocks would not be going up. There'd be fear in the market. So for now, we ride the wave. Expect stocks to go higher. Expect the yield curve to flatten out and drop. Metals today didn't do too much, relatively flat. Cryptocurrencies, same kind of thing here. Crude oil could not hold a bid. And despite the fact that we have new record highs for the S&P and the NASDAQ, if crude were catching a bid, forget about it. We would have put on 300-400 points today. That's where we're going. The market is in an absolute melt-up mode. Once they manage to re-prop up crude oil, and they will at one point, Dow 30, 40,000, 50. I mean, make up your own mind. It could be anything right now. As the debt market continues to be fueled, the debt market is the fuel behind the stock market's rise. It's not earnings. Again, this earnings season has been very nothing. It's been a big fat zero. But again, stocks keep going up. We have a prediction of a GDP forecast, a GDP forecast of 1.2%. Stocks are going up. The narrative, we're booming. We're adding jobs. We are not adding jobs. Zero. Labor force participation rate is lower today than during the heart of the financial crisis in 2010. 2010 labor force participation rate 64.7, today 63.3. You don't believe those numbers? Look it up for yourself. Okay, we are adding nothing. You are being lied to. You are a pawn, and it doesn't matter who sits behind the Resolute desk at all. It could be my stinking dog shit iPhone here, just sitting on the chair behind the Resolute desk, and it would make the same difference as to who is sitting behind the Resolute desk right now. Again, he has already been informed he won the election. He can do what he wants, say what he wants. It doesn't matter. He can lose every single debate coming up. It doesn't matter. He won by a landslide, and it's going to be a shocker. I'm going to tell you now, so you're not so shocked. Anyway, so people, that's where we are today. Expect what we are witnessing to get, and I've been saying this for how long? Years? Monumentally worse. You know, sometimes I look back on older videos, things I've said, and I go, well, here it is. It's all here. It's right in our face. Everything. It's incredible to look around and see what is happening around us, and the silence. The silence from the public is maddening in many ways. But again, this is a scenario that has unfolded repeatedly, time after time after time. If you recall, at the top of the last bubble, it was the same news. We are booming. Our economy's firing on all cylinders. Everything could not be better than it is right now. It's like you could literally replay it. It's the same. Exactly the same. You want to go back even further than that? .com. Same thing. Booming. Our economy is firing on all cylinders. We couldn't do any better. And we just melt down. That's what's going to happen here. But to a much, much, much greater degree. This is all by design. Get people invested on the long end of this market. That means in an investment vehicle that only makes money when stocks go up. Then at one point, they pull the plug. When they are ready, wealth transfer. Wealth gets transferred from those hardworking people up to the 1%ers. And how they keep that going is by the lies. We're booming. We're not booming, okay? We're adding jobs. We're not adding jobs. Our economy is in free fall. And it's not just us. It's the global economy is in free fall. You understand? But you must be lied to. You must be kept in the dark, because if you are brought out to the light, more than likely you'd want to run back to the dark because you'd be afraid. Light is very frightening to people. They rebel against it. They turn against you when you show them the truth. And I know that those of you that follow this blog who have tried to go out there and say, hold on a minute, look over here, you get a lot of flack. You get probably ridiculed. Again, people want to be kept in the dark. You show them light, any kind of light. That's it. They get angry. They start to build up hatred toward you. That's human nature. That's the way it is in this environment of the dumbed down. All right, with that said, kind of a long video. Please share it. Please get it out there. And by the way, I am thrilled to see more of you using my website, utilizing my website, traderschoice.net. It all of a sudden just really took off. There's all kinds of free things there for you. Take advantage of it. It's all free, okay? Educate yourself. Share this video blog. Share the website, people. I won't let you lose, and I won't let you down. I'm out of here. See you in the morning. Love you a lot.